All right. Hello and welcome back to Redacted Reality of the Who's Even Listening segments we got. This is episode number 9. Got a special guest as always, Mr. Saki. Appreciate you taking the time out of the day or night to join us. We're as always got some conspiracy, some eerie stuff to throw your way. Got a little spicy stuff here, so we're excited to dive into these. These are kind of off the wall, to be honest with you. A little interesting. So as always, we're just gonna dive right into it, my man.
Let's do it.
As always, like and subscribe to the video. Appreciate anybody that does. It means a lot. Spread love, spread forgiveness, spread kindness. Let's all do our part in making this world a little better place for all of us to want to be in. And with that being said, we're gonna dive right into it. As always, we're gonna dive into our first little operation project we got for you. Yes, no drum roll. All right. Project AZORIAN. Stealing a sub in plain sight. A colossal mining ship lowers a skyscraper tall claw 3 miles down to lift a secrets from a Soviet sub. In 1974, under the cover of billionaire Howard Hughes and a fake deep-sea mining venture, the CIA's Hughes Glomar Explorer parked above the last known positions of Soviet K-129. The reality, Project AZORIAN, was a moonshot. Salvage, raise part of the sub from the abyss to capture codebooks, gear, anything of value. The lift partially succeeded. A forward section broke free and was brought aboard. The U.S. buried 6 recovered Soviet sailors at sea with military honors. And years later, they shared a short film of the ceremony with Russia. The mission also birthed the famous Glomar response: "We can neither confirm or deny," when reporters asked too many questions. So obviously, synopsis out if people don't understand that basically they set out a mission to basically try to get the remains from this ship that they thought would have obviously things of value or, you know, evidence or technology that they could use or coding, whatever it is. And obviously, instead, they got 6 dead bodies, basically, is the synopsis of that. Yeah. But it's pretty wild.
Yeah. I'm real curious just to know, like, what they thought was in there. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Like, what was the reason behind putting that much into it? Correct.
Because, I mean, I'm sure that there was some things
What was the intel they had to make them want to do
that? What was the intel that they thought was down there that could help them? Because that was during the Cold War era, so... Yeah. And what year did you say it was?
Well, this was 74.
74.
In 74.
When that happened?
Yes.
Like when?
Yes,
okay.
in 74.
That's curious. So I didn't know who Howard Hughes was, so I looked him up while you were reading. And he died in 76. Yeah. So that's just, you know.
Weirdly enough, there's one of my favorite DiCaprio movies is him. I believe it's called
The Aviator?
Yes, it's Aviator. That's of Howard Hughes' life.
Interesting.
That's like,
I didn't know that.
That's about Howard Hughes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would love that one.
I've seen it.
Okay, fair enough.
I didn't know it was about Howard Hughes.
Yeah.
Yep. Or I just didn't remember the name, maybe.
No, you're good. No, but that's exactly what that was. So So,
interesting.
No, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, there's tons of, because also they didn't recover the entire ship. The ship broke in half.
Correct. So
as they were pulling it up.
Yeah. So the forward section broke free and was brought aboard. Yes, that was all they got. Correct. Just the front section. Yeah. Legit.
I mean, there is still a chance that what they were looking for got lost down there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it says, okay, this is interesting. This says this was talking about when the sub that they were looking for, the K-129, sank in 1968. So they took 6 years technically after it. I wanted to see that too. About 1,560 miles northwest of Hawaii, the U.S. fixed a location using SOSUS hydrophone data and analysis before sending deep towed cameras.
So that's where it was? It was off the coast of Hawaii?
Yeah, 1,500 some miles off of the coast of Hawaii.
Interesting.
And that's apparently where it sank. So yeah, that makes more sense of why it was easier to get to without somebody really raising a
because that's the thing, is I was thinking it might be in Soviet territory.
Yeah, that makes a lot more sense of how they could have easily got to it, because it wasn't really in their domain, I guess, per se. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, so This is the part talking about the partial recovery and depth better. Is a little better synopsis. In 1974, the claw that they were using raised a large forward section, but part broke free on an ascent. What came up included human remains. They honored them with a burial at sea on September 4th, 1974. Yeah. So literally, in this, what I'm reading, that's pretty much all they got. It was that. It was probably just wreckage and bodies. So that's pretty wild. Like you said, crazy part about that is like what makes you think, what made them. Yeah, I guess because it was that close, maybe it was just let's take a shot at it. You know what I mean?
And I have to ask, was Howard Hughes involved in the government at that time, or was he just? Well,
he was. I know that he was big
private
into
investor in that.
Yeah, that's probably true too. But I know for sure, especially from the movie. Like obviously, can't take all that for sure. But I know for sure from like he was huge. Like his family was huge into that family was big into. I believe there was a certain company that I don't think it was Boeing, but it was something else, and they had like pretty much the aerospace on lock. Yeah, you know what I mean. So. Obviously, there was government contracts and stuff because I knew that they were building stuff for their company would have been building stuff for the government. You know what I mean? So I'm sure that there was some working relationship there even before it went to submarines per se or deep diving. It was probably, I'm sure that there was some involvement with planes already. In his life, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was. I'm sure he was definitely involved in some capacity aspect to the government already.
I would assume. Like I said, don't want to put that in the
But he was the financier, right? That's what it said.
Correct.
So it's real curious, just what he personally.
It says under the cover. So they basically using him as the kind of like the cover. Basically, it's like from what I'm reading, is they used him like as like it's his thing, not the government's thing.
Oh, okay.
Like as in he's doing it. You know what I'm saying?
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So here, cover and build. Hughes' name fronted a mining story. Sun Shipbuilding built Glomar Explorer 1971 to 72 with a moon pool and towering derrick to lower the capture vehicle Clementine nearly 3 miles down. So it's basically saying that so he built that company and that's
specifically to make that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, that's a wild one. We can neither confirm or deny.
No, we can neither confirm nor deny anything.
Yes, indeed, nowadays. All right, let's go to Project Westford, all right? The Ring of the Needles Around Earth. Before good comets, the U.S. tried to give Earth a copper halo, hundreds of millions of tiny antennas in orbit. In the early 1960s, long-range radio meant seafloor cables or the fickle ionosphere. MIT Lincoln Laboratory pitched Project Westford, loft a cloud of hair-thin copper dipples. That's what it said. To act as a passive reflector. I thought I butchered, then I realized that's actually what it said. Sorry. At 8 GHz, so signals could bounce off a man-made belt if the Soviets cut cables. The 1961 attempt failed to disperse, but on May 9, 1963, the second try worked. Voice messages relayed within a thin, shimmering ring. Scientists warned about debris. Satellites like Telstar quickly made it moot, and clumps of needles may have lingered for decades. It's equally parts of ingenious and audacious. The day we nearly put a radio ring around the planet. And the craziest stat I wanted to read on this that I seen, I thought was nuts, is this one right here. Scientists warned of debris as in a Telstar of 1962 and follow-on comets made on the belt obsolete. Some clumps likely lingered for decades. So that they were putting up this. It's crazy to think how much they probably put out there and that we got lost in that project. Yeah. That's insane. Of how much material was probably just
want to know what it honestly reminds me of?
What you got?
Tony Stark. Like some Tony Stark shit.
Put
a ring around the world.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, just that thought is wild.
Yeah. It's just in... Yeah,
sorry,
it's kind
I butchered
of insane.
that, but yeah, wild.
And I will say, we have advanced to the point to where we have the radio towers for radio signals and stuff, but we still do have the seafloor cables for all of our internet connections and everything.
You're 100% right.
So it's kind of like we haven't advanced too far past what we were at. So you just got to think maybe like if they had a better way of doing that, would it have worked?
Absolutely, dude. Because like you said, I mean, Because like you said, it succeeded and carried voice traffic. Like you said, it did succeed in that attempt. In the second attempt, it did technically succeed to do what it wanted it to do. So obviously at what risk and what cost. Obviously, it's a little different. But I can't say. I guess it did work. I guess in some capacity. But that is still terrible. It doesn't sound good. Definitely doesn't sound like that'd be a good long-term idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's a very good long-term idea. I don't even think it's possible.
Yeah,
personally.
I agree for long-term. I completely agree.
Yeah, because the plan is to just keep it in orbit. Just like that doesn't make.
Yeah, put literally a radio ring around the planet. That's literally what it's saying. Like the day that we've nearly put it's like how stupid. I mean, it's just, to me that's just nuts.
It's idiotic.
It is. It kind of is, dude. I mean, it really is. And like you said, the crazy part is literally that was just. And craziest part of that wasn't for like a reason that's like kind of acceptable. Like say for example, we had to do that to keep our existence or whatever. You put in like a different situation. Okay, maybe. The only reason we did that was just in case the Soviets cut our cables. That's why we did. That's literally what it says. That's the
How much was
reason.
This project? Does it have a
So signals could bounce off a man-made belt if the Soviets cut cables.
That's insane.
That was the motive behind that, to do that whole thing. Not even that they did, that just in case they did. Which I get it. You got to have backup plans. But wow, what a backup plan.
Was there a price on like how much they had spent throughout the project?
I do not. It shows me 480 million pieces of copper at 1.8 centimeters each. That it shows me. But let me I can try to find that.
Find out how much copper cost.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing now.
Yeah, yes.
Taking copper.
Yeah. I do not have that in our brief reading. We'll have to dive deeper now. We can put that in the description for people to find. We're putting that in the description because I don't want to dive deep and waste people's time right now. But I'll find that for you.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the description.
It's definitely interesting.
If people are interested, we'll put that in there. I promise. I do keep our words. We did with the curling. It's right here. Okay, so we will do it.
And it's it's so interesting to think too, because like, what if someone like Tesla was still like, what if he lived a little longer? Because he had already figured some stuff out, and they hid all of his technology. We don't use any of it. Yeah. At least the public doesn't use any of it.
Correct.
The government may be using it for their own hidden projects.
No, there's a lot of weird angles to that, because that is, like you said, it's just so, excuse me, holy crap, excuse me, my lord, I'm sorry, people, but it just shows, like you said, kind of the idiocracy of just our government. I mean, just like, what in the, like, literally, what in the, like, what are we doing? Like we talk about people being worried about like the 5G towers and stuff like that, and my wife's even one of them. She gets freaked out about them and stuff. It's understandable. Because we don't know what that is giving off, but like you can't help but think, what the hell would that give off? Yeah, putting that around our entire Earth and our entire atmosphere, just putting up a metal field. You know what I mean? Like it can't be great. I mean, I wouldn't think. I mean, I'm not. So I have no idea, but that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the ancient civilizations use copper as like a energy source too.
That's true. So fair enough.
Maybe what wouldn't be as bad as you would think, because
if it was used properly. I just feel like
because you have to think is 5G is something that's more man-made.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Whereas the copper might just be a signal bouncer.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. But like you said, even long term, we still don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the hard part.
Yeah, long term,
it's hard to say if that would have an effect or if it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows, man. I think there's so many variables when you get into that discussion. Good Lord, man, there's so many different ways you could take that. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Could have an asteroid hit it and blow up. I mean, who knows? I mean, it could go anyway. But I was going. Those are some. Those are, like I said, those are some interesting ones to say the least. Project Westford and Project AZORIan. So obviously they're stealing subs, and we're trying to put a ring of radio around the Earth. So shout out the U.S.
Yes.
Good Lord, man. But anyway, Saki, as always, appreciate you, man. That was a good one, man. And as always, I want to bring this up. Sticker packs. They're a little hard to see here. Josh made these for us. These are awesome. They're going to be on our website at right now, www.mental-medicine.com. redacted.com. All right, you can go on there if you want to be a guest on the show, even if you're local. Go ahead and there's a form for you to fill out. There's merch on there. There's shirts, Snook shirts. Who's Even Listening shirts. We're going to add some more to the collection as well. And then these are on sale for $5 for sticker packs with a bunch of different assortments. It's got Who's Even Listening. It's got ELE, Everybody Love Everybody, Question Everything. Just a bunch of different cool stuff. So make sure you go tune in to the website. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you purchase yourself a sticker pack and a shirt and support the show. We appreciate that. Appreciate anybody that does support the channel too or subscribes. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. Appreciate you as always, Sock, tuning in with us and hanging out, brother. And as always, spread love. Let's try to make this world a little better place. That's all we can do. And let's spread love, spread forgiveness, and spread kindness. And let's all do our part and try to bring peace to this world. That's all we can do. So as always, this is Redacted Reality coming out every other Monday. So make sure you tune in for that. And there's a whole bunch of other content. So make sure you stay tuned in to everything. Set your reminder, like and subscribe for us. And as always, have a great night, great morning, great lunch, great breakfast. Go to West Side. Go on Tuesday. And as always, everybody, this is Who's Even Listening? Redacted Reality, signing off.